Today, we're diving into some hot news surrounding Huawei's latest innovation, the Huawei Mate XT. It's the world's first tri-fold smartphone, and while it's technologically impressive, the launch didn't go quite as planned in China. Let's break it all down. We all know Huawei has faced serious challenges due to US sanctions. Despite these roadblocks, the company has managed to stay afloat and even thrive, especially in its home market, China. Chinese consumers have been rooting for Huawei as the company designed and built its own 5G processors, dodging restrictions imposed by the US. The Mate XT is just the latest example of Huawei's ability to innovate, becoming the world's first commercially produced trifold smartphone. This foldable opens like an accordion with a sleek camera module on the left. It's not just a cool design. Huawei has been dominating the foldable market, capturing 35% of global foldable shipments in the first quarter of this year, even topping Samsung, which saw its own foldable shipments drop by 42%. But while the phone looks incredible on paper, there's trouble brewing in China. Here's where things get tricky for Huawei. Despite all the buzz surrounding the Mate XT, Chinese consumers are angry, and they have good reason to be. When the phone finally went on sale, customers who visited Huawei stores found out they couldn't actually buy it unless they had a pre-order confirmation. Imagine showing up to a store excited to purchase a phone you've been waiting for, only to be turned away because you didn't pre-order. Pretty frustrating, right? That's exactly what happened. At Huawei's flagship store in Shenzhen, even self-proclaimed superfans couldn't get their hands on the Mate XT unless they had pre-ordered. One university student who had camped out since 10 p.m. the previous night was particularly upset. He said, "I've been here since 10 p.m. last night because this tri-folding phone is a first and I'm excited to support our country. But this is very disappointing. They should have made it clear we can't buy." To make matters worse, this mishap came at a terrible time for Huawei. Apple just launched its iPhone 16 series in China, and the buzz around it was huge. In Beijing, around 100 people lined up to get their hands on the new iPhone, compared to the smaller lines outside Huawei stores. Not only was Huawei facing competition from Apple, but some consumers weren't even that impressed with the Mate XT. One customer who got to try the phone at the Shenzhen store said, "It's a bit big, not very practical." Others were concerned about the price tag, with the phone retailing for a steep $2,800. Huawei is also dealing with supply chain issues, which could limit how many Mate XT units it can produce. While there were 6.5 million pre-orders for the device, it's worth noting that these pre-orders didn't require any deposit, meaning it was just a show of interest, not a solid commitment to purchase. The pre-order number sounds impressive, but how many will convert into actual sales? That's still up in the air, and then there's the pricing issue. At Huxingbai Electronics Market in Shenzhen, a third-party salesman was offering the Mate XT for a whopping 150,000 yuan, $21,290 for the highest memory variant, which is well above its official price in Huawei stores. Even the standard model, which is priced at $2,800, was being sold for over $4,000 at these third-party stalls. When asked if any units had been sold, one saleswoman bluntly said, "A few people have asked, but it's far too expensive." Despite these hiccups, Huawei's Richard Yu has reported that sales exceeded expectations at the company's Shanghai store. Looking ahead, Huawei is considering launching the Mate XT internationally in the first quarter of next year. But will consumers outside of China be willing to pay such a hefty price for a trifold smartphone? That remains to be seen. That's it for today. What are your thoughts on the Huawei Mate XT? Is it a game changer or just too expensive? Let me know in the comments section. As always, see you in the next video.